Sawa.
Today has been a dark day, but also a day of hope. We have laid to rest God's servant, the Reverend Dixon Okumu. But allow me to share with you about case studies of leadership that is biblical. In the Bible, there are leaders who are servant leaders. They were concerned with the affairs of the people that they led. They exercised humility. They're also transformational leaders who changed the status quo and they addressed real issues. There are many Bible examples of what entails leadership. Leadership has two elements. There is power and influence. Leadership is about having to manage and to steward, being a steward of influence and power. And I want to tell you, a leader, there are three great leaders that I want to look at in the Bible. Number one is Moses. Moses was a great leader. He was born and raised he was born by a Jewish mother, but raised in the palace. God was preparing him to be a leader. Nehemiah was also prepared. He was a civil servant, a career civil servant, a cup bearer to the king, and placed strategically to a place where it will catapult him to make a great contribution as a leader. The other one is Paul. He was trained as a Pharisee. He knew the Hebrews well. As he was trained in Greek, and also he was a Roman citizen. That's why he was able to travel to various places. All great leaders from the beginning were trained. Their history, their genealogy, and even their birth is not by accident, it's by divine providence and direction. Number two, Moses was a servant leader. He he had a lot of humility. He allowed his father-in-law to advise him and to give him direction, and he took heed and established a system of leadership where there were people. The other thing is that he delegated military prowess to Joshua, and he delegated people, even the artisans, he gave them an opportunity to build the ark of the covenant. And I want to say he was humble and he was a great leader. Let's learn from Moses. In Nehemiah, he was able to rebuild the walls in 52 days. He exercised great leadership. And I want to tell you that God's servant Nehemiah was able to turn opposition into stepping stone, and he rebuilt. He had a clear-cut vision. And not only vision, he was resolved and he had commitment, and he was able to rebuild despite the opposition. He dealt with social injustice and he pleaded for the cause of the people. Lastly, I look at Paul. Paul, a servant of the Roman world and a citizen of the Roman world, he was able to, despite the opposition and challenges, he had a vision and he turned things around. May we learn from Moses, may we learn from Nehemiah and from Paul, and we learn from great servants like Okumu, who went to be with the Lord. May the Lord guide you as we lead. Leadership is a great calling. Let's do it as we are doing it as unto God. It is service to God and humanity. In the name of God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.